Hello and welcome to a short news program highlighting the importance of historically black colleges and universities. More importantly, the significance behind HBCU homecomings. That's all coming up tonight with our Aggie News and Views 5-minute news briefing. North Carolina A&T is the home of the #1 public HBCU in the country. To some, it has the #1 homecoming in the world. We dive into the meaning behind HBCUs and how they have trained the next generation of African American professionals for more than 100 years.
I've heard people say, and it really is, it's a giant family reunion. My emotions, I think I'm lighter that week. I'm more excited to get my classwork done so I can go out and hang out with my friends, and then just watching all the alumni come back. And I love to eat, so like the tailgates before the game, that food reminds me of family. And that's probably my favorite thing during GHO, because my uncles come and we set up behind the stadium, and we know people, they know us, so we eat a lot. So that's my favorite part.
Aggie reporters went out on the trail to find how North Carolina A&T's homecoming relates to the African American experience.
GHO as a freshman, it was decent. They had a lot of things going on. It was kind of overwhelming. They should have been a little more organized with the game, but other than that, I enjoyed myself. I think it's fun.
It was really good. It was a lot of things going on.
By going to HBCU, I feel like we are more family oriented. We have a lot more school spirit and pride in our school, and the experience is overall better. And by going to off-campus events, I feel like old and young, we can all still turn up and have fun at the same time.
Finally, tonight I sat down with a variety of students to get their viewpoint on the African American experience and homecoming. Students in the Journalism and Mass Communications Department have a different meaning behind A&T's homecoming, or what some know as the greatest homecoming on earth.
HBCUs gives a chance for us to achieve academically with our type of people.
Everyone knows they used to love their family reunions back in the day, the cookouts every summer or something, when everybody came together, all the family. And that's what it's like. It's like a big family reunion, big cookout, and you get to see your old relatives and people you don't normally see every day, because that person is probably always working. And it's a time for people to relax and kick it and not have to worry about anything, but just talk to each other and just have a good conversation and network.
If you go to a PWI, you're not going to get the same experience as you would if you came to HBCU's homecoming. I don't see them coming together, having big parties, or being like a family reunion or anything like that. So I think it contributes as like a big family reunion, big party.
I think HBCU homecomings contribute to the African American experience by serving as a reminder and also a reinvigorating experience for all those involved, a chance to celebrate the culture and what it means to us and our education and all of the accomplishments that we have made.
They contribute to the African American experience, because looking into history, when they were brought together, it always reminds me of the band. They made music with their feet. They made music with their hands. They came together and they danced. They had their own style. They put their own influence onto something, even though they were slaves, even though they were in a situation where they were belittled, undermined, mistreated. I mean, you can compare that to how African Americans are treated today. And we use homecoming as a fact to say, hey, we're still here. We're still together. We're still fighting. It just makes sense. Homecoming's just, I think it can be seen as a reminder.
in one word, how would you describe HBCU homecomings?
Amazing.
Prideful.
Exciting.
Reunion.
A reunion.
Fantastic.
Lit.
Okay.
Fulfilling. I'd say fulfilling.
I'm Dominique Moody. Thanks for the company. We'll be back next week for another edition of Aggie News and Views. Until then, so long and good night.